Hello and welcome. This is the hippie little witch, and we're going to be doing a collective read for the sign of Capricorn. We're going to be doing your past, your present, and your future, and then we're going to take a little bit deeper dive into it. I want to touch a little bit on the energy first. It is 1/11, so it's a good manifesting day. We have a full moon coming up on the 29th in Aquarius. So it's a really good day. It's a really good moon to kind of set those seeds and build those things that you want. So I say this because you guys are struggling a little bit. I feel a little anxiety. Okay. That's how your guys' energy is. It's very like you're never a loss for words. You never don't know what to say. You never don't know how to not be professional. You never don't know how to not be the goat. And you do so in a way that is how do I say this? Like very affluent. That's a good way to say it. Without even with low effort. Like you guys could just be like, do this and be like, oh my God, that's the most genius thing ever. And then you guys go do that because, it's very logical. It's very makes sense. However, I mean, you guys are the architects, right? Like you are the ones that create, build, code, hold all of the structures of the DNA of, our collectiveness, of our consciousness, of, our matter, our being. You guys help really push that energy out, by being who you are on a natural basis. And you guys have always been successful at that. You have always even on your worst day, you've been able to lean into it and trust it. And you haven't been. You guys kind of had the wool pulled over your eyes a little bit. And it's shaken you. It's thrown you. It's made you stop, reevaluate, and really look at yourself. But you guys are in this state of fighting because there's a resistance of tradition. We're moving into now. You and Aquarius you guys are very similar. However, Aquarius is the out there thinker. They're the shows up late, comes out like a freaking superstar. They're like the proverbial middle child that gets by with all of the bullshit and like no one says anything, but we're low-key kind of scared of them a little bit, right? But like somehow they bumfuck their way through everything. And like you guys kind of hate but admire them in that for that fact. But you're kind of needing to learn how to lean into that a little bit because you guys are very traditional, almost anal retentive, some might say. And when you guys get very claustrophobic is the word that's coming to my mind, but very like the walls are caving in, you come in, you get into that very blinder kind of, okay, this is goal, this is focus. And that is amazing. Sagittarius does the same thing, but their life doesn't necessarily go as smooth as your guys's do because, you know that the harder you focus, the more comes to you, and you're used to getting that, and you're used to things kind of naturally falling into place with little to no effort. That's not the case anymore. It's not the case anymore. And you're really not sure how to navigate that. You're not, and you're in uncharted territory. But I do feel that the optimistic energy that you guys kind of, I don't know if you're necessarily known for it, but it's kind of like that thing. I mean, you guys are the devil, right? So let's just play this out in those terms. If you turn that into the, the devil entices you, like sirens and nymphs, and, and if we look at the mythology and we say that's Hades, he kind of rules that world, right? Like, Persephone, she's the queen of it, and they kind of rule that. And that's why there's this, rise with all of this darker kind of energy, but you guys also know it's destruction. And so you're very good at like kind of falling into line with that. But like, you need to learn how to be bad a little bit, and you need to learn how to kind of let go of some things and modernize a little bit. So let's see what is in your past, present, your present energy. I mean, you guys came out of your past energy, but it's in a good place. And let's look at the future. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. You guys are so clean cut, and I love it. So your past energy is your card. It's the devil, but it's in the reverse, which is a good sign because you're not letting your afflictions be the bane of your existence anymore. You kind of had that come to Jesus moment, and we're like, okay, I need to 86 some shit. Like, I need to kind of cut this out. And you did really good, and you're at this place, this is the 7 of Pentacles, of where you're looking at it, but you're kind of looking at it forlornly, right? Like, you're like, can I really do this? Like, look at all the time and all the investment and all of the money and all of the blah, 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 and all of the blah, 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 and all of the blah, 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 and all of the blah, 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 blah. Okay, we let it go. You were all hell-bent on this in the past, and you were like, yes, we're doing this. 10 toes down, I got this. And you're like, okay, and you're like looking, and then you're like, but you're like down to that last one, and you're like, can I really do this? Can I really do this? Because your future energy is burnout with your burdens. So this is the quintessential Capricorn energy. This is the crux of all cruxes, and this is going to be what is the thing that it's either going to make or break you. Let the fuck go. Whatever your decision is, whatever you decided on, whatever it was, whatever this past energy was, and you said, you know what, Jesus, maybe I'm the villain. Maybe this is what needs to happen. And you had that whole moment where you were like, oh, the heavens open. You hear it all the time, right? Like, you just knew it was it. You were going into this, and you were like, yeah, buddy, I got this. And then you're like, but what if? What if? And that analytical mind comes in. Set it down. Set it down. Okay. You made the decision, stick with it. And I will say this, that when a Capricorn cannot see what that future looks like, connect to it, feel it, taste it, look at it, any sort of certain way, right? It's just a blank canvas. That is the single most terrifying thing that you can kill. That it would kill a Capricorn. Like and that is the energy that y'all are in. That's what you at. Like, and you gotta let it go. You gotta know that you're not gonna know everything, and it's going to be okay. You will land 10 toes down per usual, because that's what it is. You need to surrender that energy and know that, like, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's going to be. And that is where you can pull from that Aquarian energy, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is that kind of where they get more of that eclectic energy from. However, they're co-ruled by Saturn, which is where that karma comes in, which is why the Capricorns are the go. You guys operate on the level of karma, and you are that very analytical, very, let's look at this at a logical manner. But, being too analytical and being too logical is also a bad thing. And you guys, you're like, but that's what makes me money. You're not a robot. So, let's see what it is that y'all need to face. Because here's the one thing about y'all. Like, you're good with being told about yourself. Like, you can kind of take it on the chin, but, like, sometimes, see, y'all are little tricky little devils. That I have learned. I can tell you one thing, you'll take it a whole different way. And then when y'all get called out on, it's the, well, technically bullshit. Ugh. Well, technically. And see, I just did Taurus. And Taurus is in that petty energy of, like, where it can get petty. And y'all don't do that. But don't think that you can't. Don't think that a Capricorn can't get petty. Now, I will say this. Their pettiness, it depends on their placement, but usually they have, like, a really sassy water sign, or, like, a Taurus sign, or, like one of those, like, or a Libra, where it's, like, ruled, and that's where y'all get in trouble. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there. You want to get in trouble with that one. Leaving. You've taken it as far as you can go around this time. Walking away is the best that you can do. What did I tell you? Leave. Set it down. You already made that decision. You already made the fucking decision. Let's not take burdens into the future. Let's just not try that. Let's just say, maybe we're gonna just trust in Satan. We're gonna know, like, he's got us. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we're not the superhumans that y'all think you are. I'm just putting that out there. No, some of y'all don't want to hear that, and I might get eye rolled, but that's okay. Do you, boo? Do you? Oh, this isn't the one I want. We're gonna see that in a minute, because that is the time frame one, and so we'll ask it a specific question. But I want to look at the shadow, because y'all don't like talking about your emotions. Like, at all. Or letting people know your logic, because y'all secretive as... Okay. So self-compassion, it says embracing imperfections help you find strength, growth, mindset, and resilience. So this is kind of what I was talking about, that Aquarian energy. Like, celebrate your quirks, celebrate your shortcomings. And for a Capricorn, that's like, what? Excuse me, what? I celebrate what makes me stand out, what makes me different. Yes. Because when you do that, you're going to find that inner balance that you need. And this says, what you resist persists, what you accept transforms, wholeness and duality. You're both things. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. You too have flaws. You too are not superhuman, and it's okay to not be able to do everything. It's okay to not know how to do everything. It's okay, because there's somebody that gets paid more than you. They got to figure it out. Trust me. Trust me. And that is where that Aquarian energy thrives, because they're like, yeah, that's not our pay grade. It'll come. Just trust. Trust and believe it'll come. And like, and you know, Capricorn's like, well, yeah. You know, and meanwhile I'm like, all right, see, that's for you. That's not for me, because I'm a major Aquarian energy. And you guys are over there freaking the fuck out, you know, and it's like, that's for you, boo. That's for you. So just, you know that you're not perfect. You can be less than perfect. You can be less than perfect. So, whatever the decision was that you decided to let go of, and if you see, they're not looking at each other, right? Like they're holding hands and they're kind of saying, okay, we got this. But the other one, that's day and night. That is day and night difference. And that is the energy that you're having to trust and lean into. And that is, you know, what brought this decision to leave, to, you know, really say, you know, I have done what I needed to do. You know, it is enough. You know, I don't this. I blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever that self-doubt is, that is you just second guessing yourself because you don't have all the answers. But they're saying, it's okay. We got you. So, how long before you know, okay, I can do this, and you can feel safe and comfortable knowing that this decision was the best decision for you, even though it's scary as fuck now, because maybe you're walking away from a job that you've worked for in 20 years. Maybe you're walking away from a relationship that you have been in for 30 some years. You know, whatever that case may be, there's a decision that you've made that you're like, you know, I need to do this for me, and you're just second guessing yourself. So let's see how long it's going to take before that decision comes into a place of you feel confident in it and you feel safe and secure that you need in order to move in the way that you need to move. Okay. So it's not the right time. So this tells me that, you know, there is some divine play here, you know, and you can kind of manifest, you know, you can kind of really put out there what you want, you know, and maybe you are getting out of a relationship and you're scared to date in this new age, you know, maybe you're older or, you know, whatever the case may be, and you think, can I really fucking do this? Can I really fucking do this? You know, this tells me right here that, you know, it's just not the right time. There's something bigger here. There's a bigger message. There's a bigger diviner blessing coming. And the reason you can't see it is because, you know, if you did, you'd probably limit yourself. And they know, you know, whatever this was the hardest decision of your life. Plain and simple. They know that. And they say, you know what? We got you. We just need you to trust and believe that we have you, even though, you know, you're our goat, you're our architect, you know, we're going to carry this one out for you because you've done enough. That's all it is. So, you know, let's not backtrack. We want to take this to where, you know, this is you carrying that burden off. You know, this is you taking those burdens and going to set them down to start something new. You know, this is you saying, you know, yes, I have these burdens, but this is the last time I have to carry them for somebody. This is the last time that I'm doing this, you know, yada, 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 whatever this is. And take this power, you know, when you're saying, you know, I want this. I want a job. I want a relationship. I want X, Y, Z, D, E, F, G, whatever the fuck it is. You know, I don't want this. You know, I want to set these down moving into that. And if these have to be the sacrifice that you need to make in order to get where you need to go, give them. Say, here you go. Thank you. And walk the fuck away. That is what I have for you. I hope you like it. Peace out.